The downtime for the final update of Chapter 5 has been announced. It's tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. Eastern, and it's bigger than we thought. This is the update that is going to have all the live event files. We'll, of course, be covering it right away here on the channel. I'm staying awake, so I'll be referring to it as tonight from here on. So there'll be spoilers and all that. We'll warn you. Live event files for the end of this season, and then there is a big Fortnite reload update that should be included in this as well. So I'm going to cover what we know about the update to start, and then we've got some big news, we think, thanks to one of the comments and digging deep. There might be a chance we know the OG Pass secret skin, or at least one of the other Battle Pass skins for next season, and we'll get to that in just a second. So the Fortnite Reload update, it's a big one. If you remember, we've talked about it many times here on the channel. There's going to be 2 maps that rotate around every 30 minutes. This is what's in the files right now. When you queue in, it'll show the current map that is in rotation, and I assume it's going to be the map we have now, maybe a couple changes there. But then there is a new map, and we don't really know what it could be, but we've got a couple things in the files that might show us some of the POIs that are there. I thought this would be for next season, possibly for Chapter 6, but then yesterday Fortnite tweeted, the reload remix, these 2 kind of emojis. I don't know what these officially are, but you see it in front of you. And someone replied, reload rotation map, and they gave the eye emoji. It's happening. We knew it was happening, but because they teased it yesterday, I don't see why they would tease it and not give it to us in this next update tonight. So that's why we think it's going on. And let's talk a little bit about what this map could be. It could be a reload version of Chapter 2 as we head into Chapter 2 OG. That's one possibility. But there were these treasure map textures that were added to the files, and this is most likely maybe for reload changes. And you can see some of the spots there. We've got Haunted Hills, we've got the Grandma House Mountain, and then we've got Tomato Tunnel. Now these are all Chapter 1 POIs, so this maybe takes a little bit away from the Chapter 2 reload remix theory. And I do also think with us having the main mode being the Chapter 2 map, I don't really see a reason for them to put the Chapter 2 version of a map into reload when we already have it in the main mode. So maybe just some other Chapter 1 POIs, and then we have kind of 2 versions of Chapter 1 reload rotating all the time. Or maybe it's just something completely different, a brand new reload map with new POIs. It could go either way, but I think these treasure map textures with POIs are a little interesting. The live event to end off this season, we do know a little bit about it. We'll, of course, learn a lot more tonight. The possible date, November 1st, the day before the new OG remix season. It will have 6 phases in total. There's going to be a countdown. I assume that'll be added tonight. And there is a custom playlist, so you log into a different playlist than the main mode, assuming, killing, trolling will all be turned off, unlike the Doom event. This is kind of more of a standard event. It may end up being a concert. I'm hoping not. But again, everything answered tonight. And then the other piece that's attached to this live event is that the Chapter 3 Season 4 map was added back to the files a few weeks ago. And maybe we get to see some version of this as we're rewinding back in time. We pass through some different maps, some different seasons. I would love that, but just a theory based on the Chapter 3 map being added back to the files. Now, let's talk skins before we go to the Battle Pass, because Fortnite's Leatherface has been decrypted. So we get to see the whole set in front of you there. And then we've got the emote from the movie with the chainsaw dance. So I'm going to let that play through. As I'm doing this, we are going to do an OG Pass giveaway starting on this video. So comment down below your epic username, and then you just got to write code TheCampingRusher. You can type it in if you want. I can't actually check. And I'll be choosing 5 winners from the next few videos that will get the OG Pass right away as the new season starts. You can comment multiple times. You can comment on different videos throughout the week, but yeah, thanks for all the support. She-Venom and Agony skins will be in the item shop tonight. I think I'm going to go with She-Venom. I think she looks pretty clean. Let me know what you're planning to do. Okay, so the comment from the last video was Cadillac Roll, and it was this. Remember the Peely Deadpool that was teased? It could be that because Deadpool was the secret skin in Chapter 2 Season 2, and then they tease it, then why wouldn't it be released, right? I completely forgot about this, right? At one of the in real life events, we had the Peel Vereen thing teased. Everyone was dressed up in costumes, but then beside those guys, there was also a Deadpool Peely. And this skin hasn't come out yet. Are they saving it for next season? Why didn't they drop it with the Marvel season? But I think this comment makes a lot of sense. Chapter 2, Season 2, Deadpool was our secret skin. So either in the OG pass or in the item shop, I'm not too sure. I just don't know why they would tease this and then not give us the actual version of the skin. So I really think this is going to happen. It's just a matter of how they do it. It would make sense for it to come back in Chapter 2 Remix here. And what do we got? November 2nd, just over a week to go until this drops. I'm so excited. So let me know your thoughts on that. A reminder from the big teaser box that Fortnite sent out to creators is we got all these different pins, and I'm not going to go through in detail, but the things that we do know, there's going to be a Midas times Meowscles mashup skin in the OG pass. The other one we know about is either TNTina times Ocean, that's the most likely, or it also could be Jules times Ocean. So throw Dead Peel in there or just in the new season. That should be another skin we know about. We also know about Boogie Bombs, Boombox is returning, Sharks are most likely returning. I think the map is going to be a little bit different than any of the original Chapter 2, Season 1, 2, and 3 maps that we've seen in the past, just based on some of the teaser text, right? This is a remixed version of it rather than a cut and paste. The live event that takes us from the OG season into Chapter 6 is going to be some type of remix of the device event. There are files indicating that. And then an interesting piece here that Blortzen added in today. There is, for some reason, in Chapter 2 Remix, we've got, right, Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. Those are the 3 seasons throughout the 4 weeks that we are going to hit. And Season 2, it looks like based on the update schedule dates that Season 2 is going to have 2 weeks dedicated to it, which makes sense. Probably the most popular season from these 3 seasons, I would say, with Midas, Shadowverse, Ghost, etc. And then Season 1 and Season 3 will each be a week long. But in the files, apparently, Season 2 will have 2 separate parts, whatever that means. But Season 3 will also have 2 separate parts. So Season 1 is just one part. I'm sure it happens. They kind of keep things the same for about a week there. Season 2 drops. There's going to be some type of big change, maybe a map change or something. Maybe it's a ghost-themed part 1, shadow-themed part 2. And that makes sense with 2 weeks. But then Season 3 only being a week long and then it also having 2 parts is interesting, I think, right? 3 or 4 days to part 1, and then maybe the build up for the live event or something explains why they would split up this last week into 2 parts. So we don't really know what it means, but I think it's interesting, and there's going to be a lot of changes in a very compressed amount of time. And I mean, I'm always here for it, right? The more content, the better, not just as a newsman, but as a player as well. Some other news about Remix is Rocket League. Rocket League will be receiving 3 player anthems from Chapter 2, and these anthems should feature Marshmello. Marshmello is a big part of the musical theme in our OG season, so yeah, that would make sense that he's involved in this as well. And then the Porsche 911 GT3 RS is coming to Fortnite soon. It's confirmed. We don't really know when. Are you going to be picking this up? As usual, cars are usually a little bit overpriced here in the Fortnite world, but it is nice to have at least one cool one so you can customize it in Battle Royale. And that's all I got for you. Touch that like button, comment down below to enter the giveaway. Thanks for using code TheCampingRusher. Take care, talk soon, goodbye.